to the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Welcome back to the basement boys and girls. It's a Monday evening.
Been a while since we did a Monday evening.
It's been a long time since we've done a Monday. It has been. We are Basement Boy Banter. I am Thor. Brian, as always. We're rocking Basement Boy Banter t-shirts. So thank you, t-shirt guy, for the t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that. Swag. Yeah, all that goodness. We recap the week in nerd. That's what we do on this show. So if you're new to the show, enjoy. If you learned something, and if not, and you already knew all this, then I'm sorry you wasted so much time. And I apologize.
It's not wasted. They enjoy our presence.
It's not. You get to watch, the mustache. Just bathe in the glory that is his mustache. You need to trim the beard down.
I know.
To enhance the stash more.
I know how to do this.
Phase 2.
Yeah.
Phase 2.
Phase Deuce.
Phase Deuce. Phase Deuce. Phase Deuces. All right. So, yeah, let's get into it. We got a little bit of news this week, and then we'll just have some fun, and then we'll get out of here. Let's go back to last week, though, because, we're late to the party. Power Rangers, the new suits, the new Power Ranger suits, or as I call them, the Iron Man costumes, came out online. Picture right here. I didn't like them. I'm just gonna say I didn't like them. If they just didn't do whatever is in the middle with the light, I don't
mind them.
I don't like them.
See, I wouldn't say they're get me super ultra mega hard for the movie, but I don't mind them. I think they look fine to me and are kind of cool.
To get me into this movie, it better get me super ultra mega hard on a constant. But no, I was super flaccid with that picture. Just beyond soft.
See, I don't know about half chub or anything, but I was primed. You know what I mean? Like I was ready for something to get me going.
Nope.
Real good.
Nope. Just no. Yeah, no, I don't know. Whatever. What do you think? Not you, I meant them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Tell me I'm wrong or I'm right. Tell me, please, somebody.
He's wrong.
Rarely. What else we got? So, Wonder Woman wraps production. Cool. Principal photography should be done. Trailer probably around the time Suicide Squad comes out.
Ooh.
I would think. You would think there'll be a trailer. Yeah. There'll be a Wonder Woman trailer about the time Suicide Squad comes out.
If they were smart.
Yeah, because that gives them what? June, July, August. Almost 2.5, 3 months. I think that's about the time we're going to see that. Mm-hmm. Maybe Comic-Con. We might get something, but like we talked about last week, San Diego Comic-Con not looking good. Studios pulling out. Although Warner Brothers is one of the main ones that's going to be there. I think even next year.
And I'll interject this tiny bit now.
Okay.
Comic-Con we just went to didn't really technically have any of that stuff.
No, it didn't have any of that stuff at all.
And I still enjoyed it quite immensely.
Oh, I had a great time.
I don't.
We'll get to that
right.
later
But I think that leads to.
It's not necessary for a good time, but it just means something to us because then we're like, it's news cycle.
Yeah.
So whatever, feed the beast. X-Men. The next X-Men movie is going to be in the 90s. 90s. One of my favorite decades. Right after the 80s. It goes 80s, then 90s.
Well, you probably can't remember much earlier than the 80s, right?
I wasn't born earlier than the 80s, Brian.
Oh. I thought it was 64 or something.
No. I wish. I should have been born in the 60s. That would have been cool. I've been a great hippie. I would have been a wonderful hippie.
Maybe that's why you don't remember it.
Well, that's
you
possible.
were reborn in the 70s, all the drugs.
No, the 60s would have been all the drugs. Well, 70s too, 80s too, 90s too. I mean, that's really 4 decades of getting down. That's
what's changed. The aughts aren't good enough to do drugs
aughts? We're not even in aughts anymore. We're in
right, but you stopped right after the 90s.
Yeah, Shortly after the 90s. We may have got into
60s to 90s ish.
2000s might have
The aughts.
The aughts might have had a couple reckless years that I can't remember or recall or want to talk about. But an X-Men 90s movie is something I definitely want to talk about. See how I brought it back around there? See how I brought it all the way back?
Not that impressive.
That was fucking pretty impressive.
I guess considering your age.
Fuck you. So hard. 90s X-Men. He tried to make me lose it. I didn't. I love the cartoon. If we get anything cartoon series related, well, when they're introducing Jubilee, they're reintroducing. I kind of like it. It makes sense. The first one was in the 60s, and then the second one was in the 80s. So they just because wasn't it the 60s?
Nixon, that's all I remember.
Well, the Bay of Pigs, right? In the first one, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
So then, I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe 70s. 60s or 70s for the first one. Then you got 80s for this one. Oh, no. I forget Days of Future Past. 60s for the first one. 70s for Days of Future Past. 80s for X-Men Apocalypse. 90s for whatever's next. Then we got to jump all the way to present day. Because Deadpool.
Right.
Deadpool.
How does it feel having like the movie setup go through the different decades of your life? Is it like remembering?
If I was that old, it would be fucking amazingly impressive. Like I would be like, for how I look, if I was that age, impressed as hell. Which you should be anyways.
But the rest of us, not so much.
I try. Although, keeping with X-Men stuff, we're getting thanks to Deadpool, and I'm going to say thanks to Deadpool, we're getting the last Wolverine movie is going to be rated R. I don't know if it needs to be rated R, but we're getting it rated R, and I'm happy about it.
Wolverine's one of the few Marvel character, well, not few, but one of those characters where it's
you can go either way. Because if it's R because enough gore and like him ripping people apart, which would be great. I mean, we've never really seen him like tear people apart.
Right, exactly.
If we got to see a little bit of that and maybe a Deadpool cameo, maybe I'd be cool with that. I'd be super cool with that. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, I mean, rated R. Why not? I mean, fuck it. Make everything rated R. Jumping over to Marvel real quick, specifically Captain Marvel. Whoa, that was weird. She's gonna be in the Infinity War movies, which is weird because I thought they weren't gonna show her until her movie came out, but apparently,
I thought we were talking about how that's gonna be Star-Lord's dad passes the.
No, there's no way they're making Star-Lord's dad Marvel. I don't think so. At least. I don't know. If Kurt Russell's Marvel and he ends up somehow passing it on to Carol Danvers, that's a huge. I mean, this is huge ifs here, people. I don't know. Let's find out who's playing Carol Danvers. That would be great. I'd like a casting on that. Comic-Con. I would almost guarantee by San Diego Comic-Con we have who's playing Captain Marvel. I gotta look at when her movie comes out. If it's 2019, if her movie comes out before the second Infinity War, then for sure. If it comes out after, still for sure. What else? Oh, jumping over to Star Wars. Since we're talking Marvel, might as well talk Star Wars. Alden, I'm gonna fuck this last name up. Alden Ehrenreich. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. What I said just a second ago. He is our new Han Solo. I'm actually this is why I'm happy with that reaction. I'm glad I really don't know who he is, because anybody who I knew who he was, I wouldn't be able to accept as Han Solo. Someone who I'm so unfamiliar with that I have no preconceived notions of what I'm getting could give me something where I can be like, yes, that is Han Solo.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I liked your reaction was exactly my reaction. Like, I guess that's cool. But then I thought about it, and it made perfect sense. Because yes, getting Harrison Ford at the time was a big deal because he was probably the most well-known, one of the most well-known characters in that movie. But now, reverse engineering his popularity making it someone who you don't know,
Right.
who they can make you think is whoever you
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No one who is already cast as Harry Potter or whoever,
if it was
you know.
Miles Teller, James Franco, if it was someone who we knew, we're gonna go in already liking or disliking the choice.
Right.
With this choice, I don't think you can really say like, oh, no, I hate the choice or I love the choice, because I don't think most of you know what he's ever been in, or I don't know what he's ever been in, and can really
Well,
speak.
and he's not necessarily famous or memorable enough to be like, whoa.
Right. So and it's gonna work on, I think, on a more mass, audience.
Watch, he's
too.
been in something crazy that we just completely
Tell
overlooked.
us. That'd be great. I'd love it, because who knows? But if he was, then he wasn't memorable enough.
That's true.
Because I looked at his face too, and I was like, I don't know this dude. Like, and I'll put up side by side. Ooh, jeez. Future Trunks coming back. Dragon Ball Super anime. We haven't talked anime in a while. Speaking of the Comic-Con, I almost bought a Future Trunks figure, swinging a sword, but I made the right choice and got a Deadpool. But I'm cool with this. Like, I don't know why he'd be coming back, and it doesn't really matter why.
Yeah,
but he
exactly.
was one of my
Who
favorite.
cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's Dragon Ball Super. It's probably not going to make a lot of sense, and I've never even seen Dragon Ball Super. But I'm cool with it. He's one of my favorite characters from the Dragon Ball Z series, so I'm cool with bringing him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he got the sword, it's awesome.
Sweet.
Sweet, super.
Well,
sweet.
and I've always thought that was like the coolest weapon to give like a Super Saiyan is the sword, because it's essentially in your mind. It's like, oh, it's kind of useless.
It's so
'cause they're-
pointless, but it's so
but it's
awesome.
so sweet.
Yeah, it is. When he chops up Frieza and like blasts him, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, bring Future Trunks back. We're cool with that over here. You have any interest in a Blues Brothers animated series?
Yeah, sure.
I guess. Without the good Belushi brother, John, got it this time. I just don't care.
Well, I mean, I'm not like, whoa, hold the fucking phone. It's Blues Brothers. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll probably turn that on instead of Bob's Burgers.
If it was Adult Swim style, or even Bob's Burger style, or with enough humor, I could get behind it. Well, I mean, that's a huge wait and see. But now I got something I know you're excited for. Space Jam 2. Hold your socks. LeBron James. Bron, bringing us Space Jam 2.
Honestly,
do we really need a Space Jam 2?
Well, hold on. I'm going to preface that. Can I be 100% honest with
You've
you
never seen
right
Space
now?
Jam.
I have.
Oh.
Several times.
Okay.
Can I be 1,000% honest?
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited.
Really?
Only because as a child, I remember Space Jam.
Yeah.
And I've even seen little parts recently, like on TV Quick or whatever.
They play it on like cable and stuff all the time.
It's not a great movie,
Oh, by no means.
but that doesn't mean I don't still enjoy
it's
it.
fun. And honestly, LeBron's not a bad actor. I mean, him in Trainwreck was pretty good. Like, I like LeBron. I'm a cool LeBron fan, whatever. So I'm not not excited for the movie.
Right.
I just thought it was funny. That's why I even put it on there, because it's just kind of funny, like Space Jam 2 with LeBron, since he's like the newest, or the new Jordan from that era. Because I remember I was like a teenager when. Was I a teenager? When did Space Jam come out? Like 96?
You're asking the wrong guy.
All right. Well, if it came out in 96, then I was a teenager. So it was cool. Like, I enjoyed the movie, but I wasn't like, I wasn't young. You know what I mean? Like, younger
Was this
kids
one of
were
those midlife crisis teenager things? Sorry, I can't help it.
Instead of getting a Lambo, I'm out watching Space Jam.
Like, this came out when I was a teenager.
That's really a crisis in your life. If you're going through a midlife crisis and you're not buying Lamborghinis and dating, girls half your age, and you're out watching Space Jam, you might really need to reevaluate your life at that point.
Well, if you think about it, we are technically still living in an age where we're teenagers. We still watch and we enjoy these teenager.
I watch more cartoons than the average person. I'll definitely agree.
So
with
I mean,
that.
let's be honest. Your midlife crisis. It can only go further back. It can't go forward.
Hey, you know what? I've been acting more adult lately. I'm wearing khakis right now. You can't see this, but normally I'm not wearing khakis when we tape this show. That's what I'll.
Wow, he's grown up.
I'm wearing khakis. I've been wearing more professional attire at my work establishment. I've been doing like more adult things lately. Yeah, I'm growing up, kind of. Not that much.
Only took 50 years. I couldn't help it. You just set that one up.
I did too. That was a softball. I was a slow pitch softball throw. Man, damn it, man. All right, let's talk about Comic-Con Minneapolis. It was over this past weekend. Wizard World, Minneapolis Comic-Con was this past weekend. We were there. That's why we got the T-shirts, was to go out so people are like, hey, you know, what the fuck is Basement Boy Banter? Because surprisingly, we're not that well known. As shocking as that was to me.
Super famous.
Sure, yeah, totally. But we were out there in full effect. We've had almost all our special guests out there. Dennis, Ed, Dead Ed, Martin,
Cameron wasn't there.
No Cameron, Nephew.
We didn't have Chris was
supposed to come but couldn't make it. Because we're going to be on hiatus for a week.
I completely forgot.
There was a good chunk of the crew there. We had 4, 5, 6 people. I think at one point wearing Basement Boy Banner T-shirts on the floor, handing out stickers, business cards. I mean, anybody we met and grabbed a business card and talked to us for a couple minutes. Thank you. All the cosplayers that we got pictures with. Thank you.
Our new favorite Hobbit.
Pippin. Thank you. Was real name
Billy Boyd.
Thank you. He signs his stuff BBB. What happens to be the initials of our show? BBB. And if I ever talk about the show like not in long form, I'm always like, yo, this week BBB. When we're talking about it, like that's how so it was pretty cool. Like he got to meet him. I was off doing my thing with the little kids. I have my nephew.
He's super nice actually. Because you always have that reservation, like because everyone always talks how like actors are jerks in real life. Super cool dude. Like he let me chat about Basement Boy Banter for a couple minutes. He even took a card. So I mean, super cool dude. So if he's ever out at a place like any con or whatever, and you guys want to go chat with somebody and get an autograph, cool dude.
Say what up. Ask them about the long bottom weed.
The long bottom leaf is their weed. Long bottom leaf.
There you go. Yeah. Hell yeah. All that good stuff. So yeah, no, it was good. I got some pictures with awesome cosplayers. The trio of Roller, Batman, Villain Girls.
Yeah.
Carly Quinn. I just remember their Twitter names. Helena Steele and Starbolt. I can't remember the last one, but yeah, they're or Instagram. Their Instagram names.
And they were Poison Ivy,
Catwoman, and Harley Quinn. It was. They were solid. They were probably my favorite ones.
I couldn't even imagine how painful it must have been roller.
Oh, those skates all day like that, like props. Like
and I just noticed they had pads on in the pictures. Yeah. I was like, smart thinking,
right? Well, they're supposed to be like a roller derby like team,
right? But even without that, like think how much they probably have tripped.
That's true.
Not like in their costumes. And rollerblading, not easy.
I've fallen multiple times in roller skating, like rinks, where it's like you're supposed to be roller skating. I couldn't imagine
at Comic-Con.
Yeah, through all that madness. But yeah, no. And then that Nightwing that I got a picture with was cool. Ran into my buddy Corey. He was Shredder. That was super cool.
Was he that sweet Shredder that had that?
He was.
That Shredder was.
Well, 'cause I walked up and talked to him because he was with Wolverine. And I know both of them from Facebook, so I'd walk up and talk to them guys. Should have got a picture, but maybe I'll throw up like one of the collages I made when we're talking here, because we had a lot of pictures. There were some great cosplays. Little nephew had a great time. Lily, my little niece, came with Deadpool stuff. She had a great time. She
got to meet that sweet girl. Deadpool cosplay.
Oh yeah,
hers was pretty solid.
Hers was solid too. Yeah, I think she was actually into roller derby or something like that. Cause we talked for a minute after they took a picture, and I can't remember, to be honest with you. I met and talked to so many people. Yeah. It was crazy.
We were handing out cards like it was our job.
I was buying T-shirts. I was gonna wear one of the fresh T-shirts. Just wait for the Phase 2 T-shirts.
Oh, I got some real good
Phase 2 T-shirts. No T-shirt. Well, obviously this is the last Phase 1 episode, Phase Uno episode.
Yeah. So before we get into the Deuce,
Phase Deuce.
That's when we get real dirty.
Yeah, so that is when we get real dirty. Just wait. So yeah, phase 2 is actually right around the corner. This is gonna be our last episode for. This is gonna go up next weekend because you're not gonna see us until Extreme Rules. No WWE Minute. I'm moving in 3 days. So we're gonna be in a new set next time we tape something. Say goodbye to the original basement that I used to sleep in. I used to sleep right where we were taping this show for about 2.5 years. This was my bedroom. I've come a long way since here.
So you get to see in the life of Thor.
Yep, just a little bit as we're closing this chapter.
2% of however
Whatever.
much, But
as we're closing this chapter, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's watched all what we've done the last while. Like, we really do appreciate all the views, the comments, shares, everything you guys do. I mean, honestly, it's part of why we come here. We got a lot of nerd knowledge that we have nothing to do with, so that's one of the reasons. And then because we love the people who love watching us talk about this stuff. But phase 2, live shows. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna start doing live shows regularly. Basement Boy Banner, the episodes are gonna continue. Thor's Thoughts are going to come more frequently, and I'm going to have some new topics. I'm working on some stuff. Gamer Corner is going to be a lot more regular. And
we're going to have the Gamer Corner playthroughs that we're going to do.
Gamer Corner playthroughs are coming. So actual video game like playthroughs on the channel if you want to watch those. The 80s cartoon bonanza, the specials. We're going to be doing more specials. So just like one-offs. Like they won't be a Basement Boy Banner episode. It'll be like Basement Boy Banner without an episode number. So we're going to have more spin-offs, more special event shows. We got a lot of things planned for this next, 12 months, realistically, from this point on. Comic-Con was really like the kickoff, kind of getting our names out there locally as much as we could. But yeah, honestly, just wait on it, like I always say, because we got some shit coming at you guys. So as always, this was Basement Boy Banner. Until next time, deuces.
It will be deuces next time.
It will be
Deuce.
Phase Deuce.
I feel taller than you now.
Do you?
Because I think your chair was higher before. I think
it was. My
so
chair was taller. I might bring in that chair.
You would.
To sit taller.
Because you.
I might.
What is that called? We got to keep it the consistency stuff
yes,
in movies.
Right.
What is that called?
Consistency.
No, it's called something else, isn't it? God.
You do the same thing take after take.
What is wrong with your
Continuity. You gotta have consistent continuity.
Yeah. No,
Consistent
I knew what it was
continuity.
the whole time.
I did. We gotta get the BBB thing here still too.
Yeah, we
I think
do
the
need
hammer. I think the hammer's gonna go somewhere else. But all right.
Right in your pants.
So what are we gonna do? Nothing.
Well, we are right now. We're doing random stuff. So
We
just
are.
keep going.
All
This
right.
is improv
This
101.
It's just improv. New set. It's not the basement.
Come on, I'm letting you.
Come on.
Give me something. I can play off.
I thought you were gonna shave the mustache, or shave the beard, so the mustache was
Honestly,
more.
when I was dressed
profound.
with my vest
Yeah.
and my hair slicked back and my mustache done up, I was like, oh damn, I look like a dirty hipster. Like I am so close. I just need the hipster glasses and then when I changed, because I had like the jacket on.
Yeah.
So I was just the vest at the
Reception?
Yeah.
There we go.
And then I had my freaking shoes on, like my tennis shoes instead of the dress shoes. I was even worse. I was like
Unbelievable.
just like your most standard basic hipster you've ever seen.
Unbelievable. You almost look like a vaudevillain.
Not well, I'd have to do it. The one guy, he like freaking staples it to the side of his head, like
That's like
his
glue.
hair.
He glues it to the side of his head.
Yeah, his hair is not good. Yeah, I know. We have a friend recording with us.
I know. We got
The
Dukers.
three people in the episode now.
The dogs will be under the table just chilling. You won't be able to see them. They'll be
Whining
down
all
there.
the time, probably.
Start crying and shit. It's gonna be funny. And then, yeah.
Only thing funny on this show.
Only thing funny on the show besides my looks. Or, yep, that's pretty much accurate statement.
Well, and my how old you are jokes. Those
Yeah,
are
those
classic.
never get old.
Never
I
old.
never get tired of those.
They're probably the only thing bringing those 55 people back every week.
Yeah. Clearly.
is my jokes.
Your jokes? That's what brings everyone back? Definitely. Definitely. You're the funny one.
Uh-huh.
I just sit here and look.
You're the ugly one.
I was just about to say I just sit here and look good. That's what I get paid for, but apparently not.
Well,
I just sit here.
When you get paid to do something, usually how much money you make is reflective of how good a job you do.
So 0.
Negative, because you have to pay for the shirts.
Oh yeah, we pay for stuff.
You make negative money.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's reflective of how funny I am then too.
Yeah. See, there you go. There you go. Now you just.
Maybe we should switch. Maybe I should be the sexy one and you be the funny one.
That's not going to work real well.
You never know.
My jokes are way too corny. The only one who finds me funny.
Give me a dad joke.
The only one give me a dad joke? No, my jokes are more like, you know how my jokes are.
No, I don't.
Like,
tell me one.
Shut up. Like,
yeah?
I don't have like jokes.
Oh,
it's more like
really?
It's more like situational humor.
Oh, interesting.
Or like
Why
when
don't you give me a
or
situation?
like when I make fun of like when you do something,
like,
you know.
Like when I do what?
I don't know.
What could you make fun of that I do?
The way you stand or something like that. I don't
stand.
know.
Actually, I do stand funny.
You
Have you
do
ever
stand
seen
funny.
me stand when I do my legs all like
Twisted.
twisty?
What do you think I'm talking about?
Hey, it's comfortable.
Twisty leg man. You're damn near Gumby.
Damn near Gumby.
What? It already started? Oh. Intermission went quick. Why didn't you flip back?
Because it went quick.
Apparently.
Duh. We were
So
busy.
did she.
We were busy comparing the...
Oh!
Ed thinks Stephanie McMahon's hot.
Ed does think Stephanie McMahon's hot.
So we need to...
Chris thinks Eva Marie's hot. I think Becky Lynch is hot. Brian thinks Roman Reigns is hot.
I'm trying to think. Which of those men... You know... God, what's his face? I can't remember it now. He was injured. He was the champion.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, I'd bang him.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Well, I mean, if I had to pick one of
Right.
them, I'd probably pick him.
If he had to pick one of them.
Yeah.
If.
I mean, he's pretty low down on the list. I mean, you got Brad Pitt way up at the top.
You'd like him to get low down on the list, wouldn't you? So yeah. That's it. New set.
Mm-hmm. New set.
New set.
Ooh, you know who? What's his face? Clint Eastwood's kid. He's pretty high up on the list too. I got him. Is it weird? Most guys have like a hot girl celebrity.
Yeah.
I have a hot dude list for no reason other than to mention that I have a hot dude list of celebrities.
Dude, I'm off in the background talking, but I would put John Cena on my
Cena,
crush.
Really?
Cena.
Fuck yeah, man.
Cena's got
I would also put like
ripped.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds is a fucking stud.
He is.
And then
I want to. Oh, this really happened.
Hugh Jackman.
I just
in the background.
I just watched Deadpool again recently.
Yeah.
And in that, I was like, you know, this movie, I can kind of see why girls like Ryan Reynolds. He is
in that skin tight red
He's pretty good.
jumpsuit, of course.
When he's out of the jumpsuit,
That
I'm like,
too.
he's not bad in this. First time I've been noticed.
Even with
you know?
a deformed face.
So I can get behind Chris's choice.
Give me a ripped up Hugh Jackman.
Ripped up Hugh Jackman.
Chris Hemsworth.
Ed.
A little Thor on Thor action. Yeah, Ed.
Man
Give
Crush
us some
Monday, Ed.
Man Crush Monday. Oh my God. Yeah, Ed. Who's your Man Crush Monday?
Stephanie McMahon.
Yes. The most reckless shit. That was the most reckless shit.
McMahon Mondays.
Oh my God.
Pittsburgh won in overtime.
Really?
All right. So who is it?
Yeah, give us.
God dang it. That was like...
See, this is why I know mine off the top of my head, because there will come a time.
Someone's gonna ask you if you had to screw a dude.
Or get screwed by.
Bye.
You know, interchangeable. You can pick the scenario.
You're more of a power bottom or what?
Well, honestly, I haven't thought too much about which side.
Right.
I'm versatile.
Gentle making out is as far as
gentle making out, heavy petting. Who doesn't like some heavy petting?
Probably be Vin Diesel.
Vin
Diesel. Ooh, Ed coming with Diesel. All right.
Vin Diesel.
He wants to rub that bald head all night.
He's a giant nerd.
He is.
Literally a giant nerd.
You can play D&D.
Yeah.
Did you have you ever heard that thing where he says he wants to get a giant castle?
No, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
He's a huge D&D fan. He's a huge
That's where
D&D fan.
that last Witch Hunter movie came from. That was his Dungeons and Dragons character.
Yeah, it was like
And he's said several times he wants to buy a castle so he can play Dungeons and Dragons with his friends in it.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And I watched a different YouTube show where he plays Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of people.
Well,
and
he's like, he comes up with like, he funded what was it, the last
Riddick movie.
The Riddick movie.
Riddick
He
movie,
funded-
yeah.
It was great.
And
'Cause
he
they-
almost put himself in the poorhouse, and I thought it was fucking good.
Yeah.
But
That's
it
why I
was
just keep-
shit in the box office.
That's why he just keeps doing those. Keeps doing those Fast and
the DVD
Furious.
sales.
They sell pretty decent.
He said he crushed it. Apparently, he broke like he was like number one out of every DVD. Like, so he kills at DVD sales with those movies. But that's because the audience is more.
I like Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick, and then they got the animated one.
Chronicles
Like, weird,
kind of sucked though because Pitch Black was full on rated R, good old movie where he's you know, and then but then.
Wasn't the last one Riddick rated R too?
Yes,
though?
and
Yeah,
that's why he made it.
They made
the fans
that,
got all
yeah.
pissed off about Chronicles that it was all PG-13.
Chronicles was still
It was
good. But I agree, if it was rated R, I think it would have, because it lost some of that gritty coolness that Pitch Black had.
Yeah.
But then they
that's
replaced
like
it with all
all
this
that did
sweet fighting,
Judge
but they
Dredd.
totally took out that.
That movie was dope, but he keeps wanting to
What?
make it out in this
Judge Dredd. He's talking Judge Dredd.
Oh, you mean the second one, just Dredd?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
tight.
with Carl Urban.
I really like it whenever they're doing
Yeah.
drugs. The drug, like when they do the drug, give it to the one guy and then throw him off the however many story tall building, and he's just falling in slow motion. I was like, that would be hell.
I mean,
would be
Judge
dope.
Dredd should be a Netflix series. That's what he's going
We've
we
talked
get a-
about that.
Riddick meets Judge Dredd movie,
Riddick,
a crossover.
Riddick versus yes. I mean, let's make it. Everything needs to have a shared universe. So why
Exactly.
not? You
Well,
know, Riddick and
There's comics
Dredd.
where there's RoboCop versus Terminator.
Terminator, yeah.
Terminator the
There's a
video
comic.
game?
Alien
versus
Predator, yeah,
Mhm.
which they did and sucked.
Did you know the Freddy versus Jason was supposed to be Freddy, Jason, Ash?
Really?
Yes.
That would have been way
I
better.
didn't know, but
That
Freddy
was
vs.
fun.
Jason was phenomenal because it's everything you wanted in a corny old school fucking
Right, it was
Can you
just
imagine though if Ash was in that fucking thing?
yeah.
No.
Bruce Campbell. Oh,
I've been I've been watching Hercules: Legendary Journeys lately.
good shit.
And Bruce Campbell is in it.
Yeah, he's
he's
the
the-
like the
yeah,
thief,
yeah.
dude, like
Really?
the hustler.
I've already watched all the
He's
episodes.
like a hustler, yeah.
That guy.
Dude,
It reminds me
Hercules
of-
Legendary Journey.
Reminds
Kevin
me of
Sorbo,
Simpsons.
Minnesota
When it was
boy.
like, Xena can't fly,
Minnesota
but the
boy.
actress like, yeah, Xena can, but I can. Like, you remember that on The Simpsons?
Yeah. Yep.
Shit.
With,
Oh my God,
Lucy
Chris.
Lawless.
You know what you have
Yeah.
to do next time you and Thor are in the gym? Colin and Marty always do this thing. You saw the new Hercules movie, right?
The
With-
new Hercules
with Rock?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
oh
crap.
no, I didn't see that.
But whenever Colin's like lifting in the gym and he's like going pretty hard, or Marty always screams. He's like, "Who are you?" And Colin's like, "I am Hercules."
Yeah, we're definitely not doing that. That's not happening. That cause number one, I'd have to scream it at him because I'm, barely doing anything half the time.
Why are you guys not fun when you're around each other?
What do you mean not fun? when
You're way
around
less
each other?
fun around each other.
Way less fun.
I bet if I had asked either of you separately to do that, you would have
No.
been way more about it.
No,
That-
definitely
not
not.
in the gym.
Not in the gym.
Not in the gym.
Really?
No.
Why
That's
not?
my place of work.
Yeah, he works there, and that's.
Oh, that's true. But that. I mean, it's still cool. It's not like, I guess if there's a load of people in
Although
there.
he yells at people about carrying basketballs and volleyballs.
Oh,
Bouncing him.
Like they'll bounce him on the floor, and he'll just yell instantly.
why?
It's like in your hands. It's just
You're not supposed
when you're not
to,
supposed
or
to. Yeah,
is-
it's all, they're meant to be on in the gym, like in the gymnasium floor, not on the workout floor. You know what I mean? But and it's
Wow,
also
you
loud
are
and like
a,
bouncing. Gym Nazi.
It's my biggest pet peeve.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's.
we're just repping Ice Mountain.
It'd be
Right?
like dribbling a basketball in here.
Yeah, or like right over there on the tile.
You get mad at me?
Definitely.
Probably. I'd probably
Now
stab
you're
your
turning it
basketball.
off.
You'd what?
Probably stab your basketball.
Okay. Well, that's
We got lots of knives here. Lots of knives.
Swords.
Guns. There's a lot of things here at this point. I was unaware of. I saw him carrying in cases.
weapons.
Yeah, and I was like, "What is those?" And I was like, "Are those guns?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh,
You gotta be safe.
now I feel safe."
You're living in the
Chicago?
ghetto of Shakopee.
They're hunting rifles.
Either way.
Okay.
Guns are
I'm
guns.
a redneck.
I'm a redneck. Guns are guns.
Guns are guns. They're just made to kill shit.
They fire projectiles.
Multiples.
What kind
Multi.
of? What kind of projectile?
I got 3 shotguns and a rifle upstairs.
Nice. We're ready for the zombie apocalypse.
And I got a bow and arrow, and I got a katana.
Well, the bow and arrow would be probably your best bet.
Bow and
for
arrow,
zombie
katana.
apocalypse right there.
Katana too.
Wow, that's
cut
close
people's heads
range.
off.
Bow and arrow is best because you can recover the ammunition. It's quiet and you can recover the ammunition.
Right. You can. Yeah, definitely. Bow and arrow.
Plus, like a shotgun, you're gonna blow a lot of shit everywhere.
Right. And what if
depending on how the zombies spread,
right?
If you have an open sore, technically their blood
infected.
or whatever,
right?
And depending,
it's a valid.
We don't know for sure science. We're speculating here, but even in your eye,
we're popping heads like zits.
That's what I mean, and that's bad. You don't want to.
But I can do it from fucking 40 yards away.
There you go.
Then you'll be fine.
Yeah,
but I mean, you also gotta consider that you get
that ammo.
jumped.
That ammo's not recoverable either. That's why the bow and arrow will still be useful.
The bow and arrow is
regardless.
honestly,
but it takes a way longer time to reload than it does
True.
the shotgun.
In a perfect world, you have both. You have a bow and arrow and a shotgun.
right. The shotgun's gonna be your emergency tool. But I mean, people who are proficient with bows are, I mean, they can go pretty fast. I mean, faster than you
would think.
Have you ever seen Arrow on the CW? Me neither.
Have you ever seen this thing called editing?
Have
Oh
you
wait,
ever
you're
seen
shooting a
editing?
show where you edit it.
What?
Hey, Legolas
Crossbow
shoots
and
really
saw-
fast.
Crossbow and sawed off.
A crossbow
But
is.
it takes a lot to reload a crossbow, but
Really?
a
Crossbow's
sawed
even slower than a regular
Yeah.
bow.
Sawed off
I mean,
and sawed off in a
modern
chainsaw
crossbows are
hand.
slow as shit.
That's the best way to go.
Crossbows are really hard to pull
Chainsaw
back.
hand?
They're so much faster. The draw weight on a crossbow is so much higher than a regular bow.
It
You
is.
have to fucking stand on it to pull that
Yeah.
sucker
Yeah, you
back.
have to cock
Like
it.
to get
Yeah, and I mean, you can't shoot it fast like fucking Carl does on fucking Walking Dead. I mean, that's for damn sure.
You can't just like pull it back.
No.
After
You can buy that exact one at Walmart, and that was like a little 40-pound draw weight, which is fucking. That ain't even. You can't even kill shit with that.
It's not
It
gonna.
barely
Penetrate,
go- it
it's not
wouldn't-
gonna penetrate deep enough.
No, it would stick in the wall, but it wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
All right.
Movies, ridiculous.
Movies, TV, lying to me. What's new? Everything lies. Life. Well,
Look around Lost for a little bit longer.
think we've done about as much as we can do for now. Might put this whole piece on the end. We'll see.
This whole piece. There's a lot of
20
empty spots.
minutes.
There's a lot of empty spots in there though.
It's fine. Let's see what we got here. If you like what you just saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our Facebook page.